1 hour, 1 life is the motto you should live by if you want to maximize your potential. It's also the title for this game where you get an hour to survive in the harshest yet most nurturing environment. Your first few minutes of survival are dependent on a realistic mother welfare system. In this fictional land, socialism is optional, but it might be the best option because there is no established currency and PvP combat feels like I'm going into klepto mode on The Sims, since I'm not fully in control of the crime and I don't always get my target. During your hour-long lifespan, each minute counts as a year. Every time you age, you get a letter added to your sentence limit. So for example, if you are 4, you can type out only 4 letters, while the maxed out 60-year-olds get a fat 60-character limit. Though your verbose ass can probably only try it out once before all the sand falls in the hourglass. I wouldn't know. I've only made it to 57, which should be considered a bad personal record nowadays when compared to the drawn out expectancy of modern life. 78 fucking years. No wonder I want to escape reality by living in this coloring book where a man makes sound effects in my ears. During story time, the number of skills you can learn is finite. Don't listen to the folks who claim anything is possible. Our brains can only hold so much information before they overheat. In order to learn a tool, you don't practice using it. Instead, you hold it in your hand for a year to absorb the knowledge into your pores. Another great thing about these bulgy stick figures is that they have evolved beyond pregnancy to the point of spontaneous childbirth, which makes those high berry taxes necessary so we can afford proper childcare. I've been deprived of the titty IV before, and survival is impossible without milk. Don't listen to the vegan propaganda. Also, even though I've already been showing footage of the game, I must warn everybody that it is obscene. I get it, every realistic survival game should have nudity. However, this is just too hot for the human psyche. I'm going to assume that about 99% of my viewers are males that are bona fide porn fiends, so this won't affect you nutbrains. Be advised though, the smut will fry a clean, normal person's thinker. Alright, now that you all know everything there is to know about the game, here are several stories from my time playing 1 hour, 1 life. My very first life, I was abandoned by my mother. I don't really blame her though, because she probably didn't see me fly out of her vagina since I popped out when she was walking under a tree, and perception is a motherfucker. The outcome of this was me becoming one of those starving 0-year-olds that will not be receiving your donated dollar. My next go around was more promising. I loaded up with my twin Czar in the womb and we dropped into a wealthy family that owned a home. When you are an infant, all you can do is press F to show your respect for hunger. I then reached my toddler stage, which was accompanied by a head of page boy and a larger vocabulary. Hair. Growth would not continue. My mother wanted to cut me off like foreskin. No.
One twin won't live without the other.
Since my twin died, I guess our mother could no longer bear to look at my identical face. Stabbing a 6-year-old was the humane thing to do. After suffering a justified homicide in my previous existence, me and my brother were born into an African tribe, which is great because the Africans actually care about family values, unlike that typical knife-wielding white mother. In this society, I was free to pick berries all day. Once that got boring, I learned the pickaxe and how to use it to shrink concrete.
Retard!
Sorry. Later on while walking through the town, I saw an old lady stripping and giving out inheritance. That made me want to leave and run through the empty stone fields. Out in the wilderness, I met a wolf that used its mouth to paint me red. The only thing I could do was pet the good boy, since without a tool, my weak arms just squiggle around like eyebrows. Lesson learned. Don't eat paint. Even if you are 29 years old, your body can't properly digest it yet. Me and my twin were then born again to a family of tables. I was given a nice chunky 28.9 body fat percentage, and a bonus learning spot for my hands-on education. I was turning into a sheep. Once I hit puberty, I got all edgy and violent. Plus I realized I didn't want to be a sheep anymore, because they are made of watermelons. I can't go out like that. Instead, I'd rather get naked for old people. Stab me.
Why?
It's my fetish.
No! LOL!
What if I stab you?
You can't!
Why?
Curse Robert Tacoma! I am God!
Damn, why did you curse me? I don't understand the cursing system. You can curse other players by just saying that you curse them, and this is supposed to prevent griefing somehow. Personally, I haven't seen how it stops people from killing each other. It's probably just a placebo effect for the dying crybabies. My next move was to learn the mechanics of the game from a kid, like a responsible adult. How do I stab?
Shift T right.
The shift right technique was not working for me. I just placed my knife on the ground, allowing it to be transferred to the other person's hand. I knew right then that my time had come.
You're evil!
Kill me.
Evil boy! You tried stabbing!
I kill. Okay.
Tried stabbing me!
Thanks.
This person is a murderer. Bruh, you murdered his shop. But you tried. At least I made it to the halfway point before getting stabbed. I'm now part of a much superior race. Look at my limited edition round head, unique dark eyes, and popcorn flavored hair. Our civilization was in the age of walls and storing everything on the ground. Damn, ugly kid. And then saw a hideous baby that I needed to dispose of. While running, I dropped the kid so hard that his disgustingly thick eyebrows fell off. Where did that ugly kid go? This child was actually one I had given birth to, which meant that I would raise my spawn to be a man. Listen, life is going to be hard. You gotta pick yourself up by your bootstraps. As a mother, I realized how much easier it is to leave those random offsprings to die instead of raising them to be unproductive bean stick people. That baby I kidnapped teleported back into his mother's arms somehow, and then that nosy bitch had the audacity to get up in my business. Did you kill your daughter? What? Daughter? Your daughter. Did you kill her? I saw you give birth. It's alright, girl. I can spare a couple. Gene points. Don't spy on me. I'll eat your kids. Do it, I dare you. Okay, feed me them. The lady essentially offered me their child as tribute. When I went through with the dare, she started chasing me around. I wound up getting stabbed by an overprotective mother. I tried flipping the blame on the stabber, but to no avail. Everybody in the colony hated me for trying to make their bloodline go extinct. I then cried out in red pain and bled out. The sick hunger for children at the age of 18 is illegal, thus a shanking was a fair way to get executed. Now we'll rinse and hopefully not repeat. Hey, boat bomber, do you know how to play? The letter Y. Kike good. Yes, I was an expert at this point, so I felt comfortable leaving my town behind for the great outdoors. I quickly remembered that I was a woman when a baby appeared on the ground beneath me. Your baby is a brand new player. Please help them learn the game. Thanks, Jason. Oh yeah, Jason. I got you. I'll jump them in the same way I was introduced to the game. First time, eh? Why? Welcome to hell, bitch. I ain't gonna feed you. You gotta kill this goose and feed yourself. Mother Nature's cock wouldn't stop fucking me with these damn cursed blessings. Since I don't have the luxury of an abortion, I feed my unwanted children to bears. While trying to feed the predator some protein, another little shit was born basically right into the bear's mouth. My seeds had to train with these beasts in order to succeed. Because if your child can't kill a grizzly bear with their bare hands by the age of 2, then they will more than likely amount to nothing. One of the sparring sessions turned deadly when I got bit while coaching. No! My own discipline device killed me, like hanging yourself with the belt you used to beat your kids. Ironically, I watched as one of my brothers was gnawed on by a bear. I would have been next, but I had a mother that thankfully wasn't a psychopath. I was a part of a traveling family, not the middle class vacation type. We were more like a pack of hungry homeless people. Until a strange old man came around and changed that. He gave me the pants right off his ass. Then my spawn point brought another teammate into the game. The elderly fellow sure was creepy. Good thing he will die soon, which is why he was having an everything must go strip sell. I got those jeans and this pimp hat. Our group finally found a town, somewhere I could show off this outfit. People were impressed and this made my cousin Carl jealous, hence the arrow through the admirer. Okay, it may have been a well-placed accident. Regardless, Carl felt karma's tip. I was guilty by association. My punishment was a gasp and an arrow to the chest. What? I do. You twins? What trouble? I didn't do shit. Yes, you did. My twin was evil. Don't heal. Trust me.
Top 13th.
I was chilling. I am hood. Good. Stop. Stupid. Oh. Look, another young statistic tallied up on the scoreboard for gun violence. The last generation in today's gloriously disturbing home movies features triplets. Yet, my childhood felt lonely in the spoils of large homes and big meals. Our city had one problem though, a knife-wielding maniac in a blue hat. This totally out-of-line griefer didn't care about witnesses. He stabbed anybody. Then I brought a mistake into this unforgiving world. Eventually my pussy became a production line. This baby kept dying and respawning, leaving a skull behind each time. However, one other child did manage to make it through the birthing plague. My Antichrist problem morphed into a skeleton baby holder. That was cool of him. I left everything behind and headed out on a journey with hopes that I would never have an unwanted misfit again. After years of horseback riding, I found a place called Zuck World. Since I was an old angry bitch that was going to die soon, I figured I should try and take a few of these cocksuckers with me. You already know I didn't bring a single soul with me on the way out. I was stabbed for causing a ruckus, and then as always, I tried to turn around on them. Well, I died of starvation before I could bleed out, like rejecting the Red Cross's blood money donut. But here at Boat Bomber, we don't reject charity, because it's the main thing that supports it. Shout out to Patreon. Because without it, I'd be selling this channel to foreign investors. $90,000? Man, that's good money, man. I'll fucking retire.